So today is our second meeting. We've been established for basically about 8 years. We network and we organize and we support and we do many things. But for this time and this designated meeting, Rita Costa has asked that we meet in a certain way. You have an agenda. You have an agenda in front of you. It's called to order. Everyone who hasn't signed up, or you have, if you could make sure that your name is on the contact list and the sign-in sheet, so we'll follow up afterwards. And that way, also with our 2-week goals that we're committing to as community leadership, then we'll be able to measure our progress. If everyone will look at this, this is our binder. It says I can and I will. Why we're called the Stakeholders Advisory Committee is because we've done a lot of good work, but the most important work is showing up. The most important work is being a community resident, and the most important work is for the unknown and unseen people around. There are heroes. So this is
on the back. Si se puede.
Yes, we soon after this you will see different committees, and if you would like us to say si se puede or any other thing, we hope that that's the team that you will sign up for, because we know we can and we will. In this binder, there are the 2-week goals of those people who either come one time or all the time, because this is not about just being here. This is about who we are and what we want to accomplish, and we have to measure our progress from now on, because we have a lot of video, we have a lot of pictures, but some of us, they died, but they're still with us. And so in us, I can and I will, what we hope to do as a stakeholder advisory committee, that is why it's called that way. When my brother was alive, before he committed suicide, Corey, Wes, and Dashawn, and Rita, and especially my brother, we were down here. And so we do mighty things in a mighty way, and the most important thing is that we have a relationship. So after that, we've done the call to order, which now is officially the 3rd of March, the year 2020, and the time is approximately 3:10. Sometimes we can't be right on time because of weather, coronavirus, basically traffic, construction, many other things. But from the Learning Center, we, with the interns and Ms. Jackie Smith, have a commitment to each other to be here, to work here, and to go out and make a difference. Basically, if we can go around the table and introduce ourselves, and if we're representing a group or a certain role, if we can say our name for the record, and the group we're representing, or as of today, then we will begin our official planning meeting of the community leaders for the next 2 weeks. My name is Pamela. I am part of the Stakeholders Advisory Committee. I have a lot of different roles that I play, but mostly it's just that I'm a co-chair of the governance of Wes White. He now as a Housing Advisory Commissioner, it will be able to take what that we discuss here and show his district constituents' concerns, so that we can work in a better way to have the community that we want. So my name is Pamela Weston. To the right of me is
Rita Costa,
and the group of
Stakeholder Advisory Committee,
and co-chair.
and co-chair.
And co-chair and many other things. Could you ask her to say her name?
¿Puedo decir qué es tu nombre? Todos pueden saber. Maria. Her name is Maria.
And is she a resident of Chinatown?
She lives here.
Okay. And now can you say your name and your role in our district and our community?
residents was and holding and pretty much was graduate of philosophy and I'm on the Bridge Housing Committee and I'm on medical leave for the downtown streets.
And now can you turn to the camera and say this so they can see your amazing face?
Oh, that's good.
But if you would like to say it, basically, so other people who can't see us, they can know what you do, so they can be encouraged. Could you say your name again and what you just said? You shy? Okay, it's okay. In this meeting, it's not really a meeting. But we're here because we're a gathered group of leaders, so I'm so proud of you that you're willing to show up and not even really say it loud, because we're already proud of you. Thank you very much. And Wes?
Well, my name is Wes Wire. I am a Salinas resident, District 4 at this point. Housing insecure, living right now. And Salinas Homeless Union is one representation.
And any other office?
Oh, God. Yeah, quite a few hats. The homeless union is pretty good for ourselves.
And Mr. McCall, could you come in front of the camera and identify who you are and your name, please?
Okay, I'm Fred McCall.
Towards the camera, please.
Sit down. Nobody ever wants to be in.
Yes, my name is Charles McCall. I'm part of the Homeless Coalition, cameraman, veteran, all that. Just trying to make waves.
Thank you for everybody participating and thank you for participating and identifying who you're representing, if it's yourself, if it's your neighborhood, if it's the district, if it's Monterey. We come here and we represent people who don't know of any work that's going on. And basically, the purpose of this the first Tuesday of the month is to do networking, collaborating, and basically work mainly on ourselves, because we can't lead effectively if we aren't okay. So when we come together, I like this phrase that says, I am because we are. Can everybody say that?
I am because we are.
One more time.
I am because we are.
One more time. I am because we are. Without any of you, we meet people for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And one thing that this group does, and Rita has called it Together for, is because everybody matters, and they've been suffering. But that's just because that we work individually. What our plan is going forward is to be able to walk in our neighborhoods in District 1 and Monterey County, but District 1 specifically now, and be able to show people that we are community residents. And so since that you just came in and you're very important with us, could you please turn to the camera, say your name, and this is for the record. Instead of doing an audio recording, Wes White has agreed to be able to do this record, so that as we move forward, that as community members, residents, and District 1 constituents, that we can see where we started and how much progress we make in building relationships or having them acknowledged through. So can you please
Just give my name over.
your name and who you represent or what you're representing today?
Oh, I represent today is the stakeholders. Right?
Hi, my name is Diana Blaylock. I'm a member of the stakeholders, and also I'm the peers of the committee of Chinatown and the advocate and the voice for the homeless.
Thank you very, very much. Just to go back a little bit, there is a sign-in sheet. If you could please sign your name, and then the contact, the way we will contact you. Then we'll have ability to follow up with you in the next 2 weeks to see how that you are. The purpose of this Tuesday is to follow up on the plan that you made last week, or to write your next 2-week your next 2 week plan.
Oh, that sounds good.
And so I would like you to locate your plan in here. And if you don't have one, then I would like you to take the time now with the paper that you have in front of you to,
Here, the second, is it good?
If you could shoot.
Yeah, so I just say it'd be better if somebody.
and let her know we're gonna try to bring somebody who can sit next to her.
Pero nunca se nos pruebe a tener un para trabajar, porque es lo que yo quiero trabajar y echar ganas. Tenemos que echar ganas a eso. Yo nunca me quedo aquí, pero caigo y me doy cuenta toda la gente que está ahorita, la gente que no, pero yo digo, un día también me quiero parar, pero un día también me
Can you please fill out your 2 week plan?
Así que podemos empezar.
Yes, a 2 week plan in front of you. And another paper. Do you have any?
Well, she's saying that,
So tell her, if you can, to put down some of her ideas that we can start working on for the next 2 weeks. And did you find yours? Because
Yeah.
I wrote it also out if you didn't.
Oh, yeah.
And if it's changed this week, then I want you to take it and I want you to put on your 2 week plan what this week will be.
Huh?
Yeah, on your new papers, but I just want you to look at it so you can review it before you make your new paper. And then we can have it back and then we can work on your report. And while that you're doing that, we're going to go over successes. The most important part of our community leadership is that we are able to accomplish for ourselves what we want for others because we are the community. So, Diane, from the list that you see, have you had any successes from 2 weeks ago to now? And if so, could you turn to the camera and let them know what it is, so that when Wes uploads this, that our community will know it's possible?
Well,
From the list that you put on your 2 week goal.
okay, on my 2 week go, me, I just,
Can you
one, I there for the phone with the doctor. I don't know what's the doctor. They're right here. You know, so I got one. You know, so I did get one goal that, you know, that one of my 2 weeks left that I had. And the doctor, so I'm coming here tonight. You know, and I always let people know, the doctor's here, you know?
Yes.
And, you know, and she tried to get some antibiotics for this cold, because everybody has a bad attitude, you know, and just take care of her health, and then continue. And then I'm gonna get, tomorrow, and I'm gonna do a resume to put in for the showers. And then I'm gonna, call a super, and because my friends told me that they still need workers, so I'm like to the elders.
So if you could look at your list and then take your new list and write down what your focus will be for the next 2 weeks. And when everybody's finished, turn them in so we can review them. And then, Rita, if you could let us know what successes you had from the last 2 weeks.
But again,
In the last 2 weeks from the 2 weeks ago, what you wanted to do and what you were able to do, did you have any successes in keeping with your action plan? And what are they?
yeah, I wanted to start swimming more, so I got to do that. Also, my book, I finished my book, and so I should have it in my hands like in 6 days maybe, so I can get the first copy out. They'll send me the first copy so I can see if I like the way it's done, layout, and if not, then I'm going to change it, but if I like the way it is, then it'll go on and be published with the rest of the books. So, it's awesome.
And then
I'm excited about it, and it's still like, wow,
really happened, you know?
Yeah, it really can, you know, dreams come true, you know, never give up, you know?
And that's where when we come together like this, we don't just accomplish something, we get to celebrate. And we're already residents, but then we begin to speak like that. The other thing that Rita Acosta did and others was go to the Behavioral Health Commission meeting and spoke about the need for services and coordination and spoke on the community residents here and throughout the District 1. I have submitted something dealing with cultural relevance and investment with the Mental Health Service Act funding and to request a presentation in the future that is a collaboration between the cultural relevancy and humility community meeting and ourselves that we've been a part of and we have a lot of background on in the last almost 8 years. So in putting it together and being able to come together and share and report back to you, I was able to have that type of meeting and we're doing what's called NAMI, peer-to-peer. So Rita Costa and others are a part of it so that they'll have the ability to get future training for the pathway of being mentally healthy and thriving. So we're beginning to have a starting point that will have a ability to make benchmarks like that we heard today. Like with you, especially being part of the advisory committee, people say nothing ever happens. Well, it didn't. But today it is because we're here. And this isn't about any issues, this is about relationships and really, really growing together. The focus of our next planning area of interest is to create an action plan for the next 6 months and up to a year. So we have some different work groups if you're interested in that you can look at, and if you're interested, please sign up for the areas that you would like. Someone will deal with workshops, someone will deal with advocacy, someone will deal with anything. So I'm handing them around so that you can look and see how you would like to participate and get the community residents that you know to participate also. So that's going to go around, and then with Rita, there's going to be some civic engagement projects and activities that are community building. So that will be for the next week, the third week of the month. That's what we're going to be discussing and following up on. We'll be talking about empowerment workshops. Language matters, so we'll be like doing what we need to do in the way we need to be able to not just have a voice, but to be able to learn how to ask for things, learn how to connect, and learn how to work as a group. So those will be our empowerment workshops. Then what we're going to need to do with everything, because this is just a startup of organizing, is we're going to need to create a calendar that Ms. Jackie Smith can post, and then we'll be able to post on Facebook and other things that'll let people know how they can participate. We can do workshops on problem solving and advocacy to say, instead of just going to the public comment, what do I have to do to prepare before I even get there so I can have a packet to hand them when I'm leaving and follow up. And so in me going to the different places in the state and everything else, there's a way to do things, but you just want them to say yes. You don't want them to go and you're sad. You want them to say yes, or what else can we do to support you, because we're not the ones that we can. Basically, our next meeting will be on the 17th of March. We are looking for empowerment ideas. That means to make us feel great, like the champion we are. Also, we're going to be dealing with leadership styles. Some of us can coordinate. Some of us can speak up and help other people be involved. Some of us can have everybody bring something, like for a potluck or a creative. So that we're going to be looking at what type of leaders are we, and how do we do what we can with what we have. Because we don't usually use all those things that are really important. We'll come with an opinion, but we don't come with each other. This is about action. The other part will be, how do I know I'm effective? Well, you just signed up for a 2-week plan, so following up and knowing you're going to say something back to this, an effectiveness tool is knowing that you're not alone. The next part is,
I have a comment.
wait till we finish this. And then, because we have to do it in order, and then how to begin. So now that we're getting our 2-week plan, now that we're going over what areas of focus we're gonna have, then right after that I finish talking this, then if there's a question, and then we'll answer them. And then the last part is, if people have appointments, services, or they need to do something, and it's hard to pay for the bus and all that, we'll also want you guys to sign up for the next 2 weeks of when that would be and what you guys would want to do and time frames. And so if you can also go around to the different people on the block that haven't went to the doctor, the dentist, mental health, social security. If you can get a list, it'd be a lot easier and more effective if you can do it as a team in the weeks between the time that we meet on the first Tuesday of the month. And then we work on how we do it and where we go on the third week. So that was just a guideline and framework of, as community leadership, where we're going next. Because we started with introductions, that we're all doing something great. Now we're going to break it down to the different areas. And so again, if you want to be a part of how we do that, please sign up on that, and then we'll be able to follow down with other dates.
Okay, sounds good.
And then the last part will be, the most beautiful part is the civic engagement projects that Rita will share with you. And so thank you very much. I know it took a while, but then we have a way that we move forward with our actions. Ma'am, would you please proceed with your public comment?
I was just going to let you know that I was in a workshop earlier with Richard Williams. Is how to be a good neighbor. She mentioned all that we talked about, doing the clean on the radio, and with streets, and pretty much she asked us what kind of activities or workshops or classes ideas or
That's beautiful.
so I was just wanting to let you know, for both of you to get in touch with me on email, and talk to her about what you guys discussed.
Well, since we all are the community leadership of our district, and if you could follow up with her and ask whether she could come be part of our meeting, and then in whatever way that we could support her and what she sees, because it's nothing more than we've always done. It's checking in, it's sharing what you have.
She came back and she said, she's in the Cecil and the Methodist and something,
So can you follow up and see whether she could come here on our first Tuesday?
I can have Jackie email her.
Okay, can you follow up with Jackie after our meeting, and then that way, then again, it's not, this is just beginning, and hopefully we can connect our whole district, one community, and that this learning center and the interns and Jackie Smith would be able to bring the catalyst for change by things that you just explained. If somebody's already doing this work, that's beautiful. That's how that we are able to network and collaborate. With where we're going to go now is civic engagement, and Rita Costa will report to us about upcoming projects, and like she said, with her book coming out, how we can support what that she sees and what that she needs for us to do the projects starting next week.
Oh, really?
I mean, I'm sorry, on the 17th.
Yeah, I'm thinking about working on that quilt that we talked about our last meeting. If we can get together, maybe Diane, and think of a date that we could put a table out here or something like that and get people together to
Yeah, that'd be awesome,
put
yeah.
their patch into the quilt?
Yeah, I know, I ran it by a lot of people off and they're interested.
Yeah, so I thought maybe that'd be good, so we'll go to a meeting or, and speak about, displays and stuff like that, we can have that show that
Yeah, there
who we
you go.
represent, everyone
Yeah,
on
I
the
thought
table
it was a big
represent.
thing, yeah, to have, you know, something to represent, you know, the homelessness, I think that's awesome. Yeah.
And if you can learn to say this, Diane, I want you to tell us, my name is Diane.
I am Diane.
I am from District 1.
I am from District One.
I am a community member,
I am a community member,
and I have been a resident
and I've been a resident
of this community
of this community
for how many years?
7 years.
For 7 years. Thank you very much, because that's the big part about community leadership. It is where we are, it's where we shop, it's where we've grown, and it's where we belong.
Yes.
So, and Dylan also, for the video, we had the most amazing coffee shop and tents by the garden, and we had the most amazing community here with Van Gresham and other people who were cooperative that basically they used to read books and do other projects. So there's a creative spirit here, and so we know that as we move forward from the 17th, that we have all that we need. It's just putting it so that we keep on doing it, so people get motivated.
Yeah,
If
that's
we,
cool. I think it's good to do, like, we try to do that. I think it's a good thing.
in looking over the list that you're looking at, there's justice reform, there's media, there's advocacy. So also during next on the 17th, we're going to look at the areas that we all are a part of already, so that we can like plan our work and then work our plan. One of the things is to do community neighborhood walks, not neighborhood watches, so that we can see who's there and who right now is alone, right now is sad, but more than that, who's available? Because mainly, I online heard of a million hugs, and I mean even doing free hugs here and all that. We all matter. So in the future, one of the things that we'll be working on is how that we connect, because we're not afraid of each other.
That's right.
And so, if we all have a bad day or a good day or any day, but mostly what matters is that we're alive.
That's right.
So, when Rita gets back, she'll share more on the detail. But if
She wants to ask, what's disability?
disability,
Disability.
oh, visibility, it means the things we don't notice that have always been here. It's like getting a car and then noticing that everybody else has the same car that you never noticed before, or you're wearing purple, and all of a sudden you notice everybody wearing purple because you're doing it. With community leadership, it's like what we do with our time and who we hang out with, and the things that we can participate in, they matter the most because we're a community. But we don't really acknowledge the greatness that we have here. And being able to go around the table now, since we have some time, this is a community leadership meeting. So if we could go around and any of your things that you want to say or suggest or that you're working on in each of your communities with the people you're connected with, then if we could go around to each one of you, and then we would have it as a record. Again, in what you'd like to see, who you are, and then what you're a part of. Sure. Wes? Again, because this is just us gathering as leaders, we don't have to have the right answer or anything. Could you, if you have any ideas with this 2-week meeting that we do, like the community you're involved with, the things that you would like to see happen, and how we can support you as a person, and a person who's lived in District 1 and District 4, and you're connected with a lot of different people. I know you would go to the city council meeting, and there was one person who would ride on a bike, and he always said, if we could just have
Civic.
one day of kind of,
Yeah, make a difference.
could you share like some of the people you're connected to and those kind of things? You talked about, I think before, about featured stories of people that people don't notice. So could you kind of speak so that people can see that that's who you really are?
I'm not sure how to really dovetail that very well, but yeah, no, I mean, this 2-week golf thing, I had thought of like, how am I gonna, whatever, get the message of the sweeps, the position on sweeps. Because Coalition Home Service Providers came out with a position saying that if they do post a notice, the service providers want at least a week to be able to go and talk to people at that location, have these specific health and safety concerns cited so that people can correct them, drop porta potties and dumpsters to that location, and actually legitimize people. You're going to find out most people are already signed up on cars anyway, and now they're harmless instead of homeless. And field outreach is probably going to be one of the biggest maintenance issues, and who can fund that, so I guess that's got to be, even getting somebody willing to worry about it in the city is hard for funding wise, because if you're saving all that money on dumpster and police and everything, then you throw a chunk change for the field outreach, BSQ and something. So we made a comment at the mental health board as well. So there's two, those are back to back. And that's kind of the overarching goal of this, is to bring other entities, that have a goal as well. So
So as you can see for the video, we are underneath construction outside of the building and in here as a team. So, Mr. White, could you, in the next 2 weeks, also, would you be willing to share how that we can support that coordination, where that you think that we can show up, and especially how that we can participate in the Housing Advisory Commission
Well,
meetings?
I think one of the biggest things is motivating people and their organized space, like the RD tents by the garden, and anywhere, that's been productive, especially Shore Park, and folks know how to pack it all up and put it away when they want to, and like I said, that's kind of above bar, standard, whatever, typical stereotyping, and that is probably what we really need to encourage, for people to stick up for themselves and organize their space, at least have one pile where the trash is, and, buckets, if not better, for everything else. And then, especially if they're signing for cars, stick and stay. No, I'm not leaving. There's no reason to leave. I'm a person. This happens to be the only space available to me at this point.
So in the next 2 weeks, will you write down like how you think that we could begin to do that outreach and engagement and coordination?
I've been pushing it for a while.
For stakeholders.
I mean, if you're asking me that, it's going to just make my flyer the way I was going to make it. I needed a collaboration on it. But that's how come I've not done it, because I've been brain dead or writer's block or whatever, and I need words, I need help. And
right.
So yeah, no, I can't just come up with
And Diane, in the next 2 weeks, in the areas that you want to work on and work towards as a community, what are some of the things that you'd like our focus on?
Focus on your
Oh,
own.
For
you
you
have-
as a leader, with everyone that you're a part of,
Okay.
Be able to but to focus on that too, but not just our meeting, or also the people out here. You know?
so in the next, by the third Tuesday of the month,
Yeah.
what as a leader, are you planning on us doing?
Well, well, hopefully we can get something going, and I'm hoping that when this comes in, we have the next week, I want people coming over. You know, get them, get more involved, you know? Because that's what I've been telling everybody, oh, and another thing too. I remember when we did our last meeting, the advisory committee, that the city was talking about carts, gave everybody a cart. So in the sturdy enough, everybody carries a stick and have to take our baskets. So when Tina was in here on Friday, I talked to her about it, she would got a picture of it. Because I was telling her, you know what's the one about the flag? What's his name?
Carthy or?
No, not Carter, not Cop. The one that brought the flag and told you to give it to,
Oh, shit. Yeah, no, I got the flag.
yeah, I can't never remember his name. But anyway, he's always been a member of the union, also on the board. Well, he gets a bit of donation. Well, he brought me, since Imports International is closing, he brought me 3 of his cars with the tires on it. So I seen him yesterday, and he's bringing me more. Well, so you know, these people build their own car, all you gotta do is put boards around it. You could drill them, you could nail them, and put a little handle on, and you could put them on the back, so they could have something to carry their stuff in
Oh,
front.
that'd be good.
So could you write up that plan?
Yeah, so that, you know, so I've already talked to a few people, and I talked to him yesterday, so he's bringing me more.
Okay, so please try to write up the plan and share it back so that we can support finding and discovering different solutions. Let me see what that is. What this is for is, yeah, if you have any things you want to change with mental health, not in the system, but mental health out here, and you would like us to work on changing like the policies or, you know, letting people understand what they have a right to, then you could help be on the team with that.
Like one of my goals is for them to have, is when a person is incarcerated, for them to have a slip in there, because due to the HIPAA law, they can't give any information to any family members. So I'm trying to get a slip of paper that goes inside there stating who they would rather, who they want to give an okay to give any information out on them. Because if they're in there and they have episodes, there's no way for a family member to get any information on what's happening. And I know this because my son was there, and that happened, and they couldn't tell me nothing. So for 2 weeks, I didn't know where my son was, and the whole time he was in intensive care.
And
So
I
that's
just like that.
and
so that's why I
also,
want that paper in there, because it's very important for people to
Because
read.
we have friends that end up in the incarceration.
right,
And you can't get any information.
right.
That's why I'm trying to push that. I want to get that piece of paper in it, so they'll be able to put that inside people's folder when they book them into jail.
And
Because I think it's very
We
important.
had some that passed away in there.
right, and so that's what that committee is to work on that. And also there's a thing called gravely disabled. So say if that you're out here and you are having that episode and you don't have any way to support yourself, then, and you go into the hospital, if you can't get healthy again, then you could be called gravely disabled because of not having income and not having housing. And so to work along with you and work along with what's out here so that you don't have to stay inside, then we want to work with that type of thing too. So like you're saying, they don't end up in crisis in hospitals and in jail and
They
prison.
wouldn't help me
Right.
and
And
that.
so that's what we can work as a team, so that,
They said I was abusing the system.
well, that's the type of thing, like I said, that I kind of have learned a lot about. So we can also have people sign what's called an advance directive, that it says where you want to go and the treatment you want. So we'll work on that if that's what you want to do. And then for you, what type of things would you like to work on or see us do when you're a part of our team?
I'm not sure.
And then, but you know what? The most important thing is that you're here. And if you do come up with an idea, then we can try it. And if you want to like find out what's going on, we're leaders. So that way then on first Tuesday of the month, Then this is just an opportunity for us to share, and then Rita's gonna share an amazing thing that we're gonna work on. Because we have like about 8 more minutes, Rita, and so if you could share about the quilt and kind of like what we can do to prepare for the 17th.
Well, just wanted to be able to get more information out to the residents here and let them know that we're planning on doing a community book to represent our District 1 for our community. So, like I said, Diane, too, I know, you know a lot of people out there. This is your, I mean, so this way we can work together and we can get a date together. I mean, let me know what date you feel is good, or we can get the table together and start getting the.
I've been you know, stay right over the fences, across the state road fences that
And also I wanted to do a flyer, so we get a flyer out. So we can design a flyer. I have something, I put something together, but maybe you want to look at it and see what you can add to it, or have something different. So we can put it together.
And then if you can hand me the papers for us to sign in, so I can read them for the record. So I can read them for the record of the different committees that people can be a part of. One of them is a workshop for change, where we work on system transformation and community transformation. That's doing things like navigation with people like, that know how it works and they've already experienced it. That action team will be people who went through things and, they've recovered and they're willing to like walk with the person as they're going through stuff, whether it's CPS, whether that it's incarceration, whether that's even taking a test at school. Sometimes it's like really spooky and it's overwhelming. So with our workshop for change, system and community, we're all in one neighborhood. So that's one of the things, an anti-stigma and no wrong door committee. What that means is where we go should be welcoming. It should be, if we go to a restaurant, they should treat us like customers, not like people that shouldn't be here, or at parks. We should be able to be there and have our barbecue. So with this no wrong door and anti-stigma, we're going to start doing activities like barbecues and picnics and all that. The next committee will deal with visibility. We walk by people and don't see them all the time, so we want to do newsletters, flyers, engagement that says, hi, how you doing? And have time to listen and not just talk. And then we want we want those of you that can bring out the flyers. The other is justice reform. The other is community workshops, networks, connections, community as a resource, communication, connection, engagement, strategies that deal with fundraisers, community quality of life that is district specific, and street outreach that deals with neighborhood walks, not neighborhood watches, community advocacy team, and one last one is community service support projects like clothes and flowers and other things. For the record, that's why it took a long time today, but now then co-chair Rita wants to speak.
I was just going to ask Wes, I didn't hear what you were saying, that you wanted to unearth for your something about you didn't have any words for it?
Yeah, flyer, like getting a flyer, like basically trying to encourage people to have awareness space and sign up for cars and use that, the confidence to say, I should be a leader in your streets.
Yeah. That's what it's going to do. And also, isn't there changing it, no more cars? Is it going to be a home?
It was home, and now it's called the Homeless Management Information System. And they went through over 2,000 names, and now they should be reaching out because Tina, during the town hall meeting, said that they were going to go to Sherwood Park, they eliminated everything else, and work from there. So, and being able to coordinate all that together so that you have follow Wes and that everybody can be informed and work towards what that you've always asked for. Yes, it's going to change from the home to
cars to
but the coordinated entry was part of the cards. For clarification on record, during the time we were on the street engaging with Catherine Dione and everyone going to board supervisors, we have the board report that, when they first started to try to do coordinated entry. That system has changed now through the Homeless Coalition. And so we'll report back on how that's working, what it is, and then how to coordinate everybody so that they all have been what they call vulnerability spadad, because especially for funding streams like four-person care, if you're unsheltered and you have 2 or more life, it basically like asthma, cancer, anything else, then that they work with people in a specific way for a year. So we want to make sure that our community knows like how to position themselves so that we can connect with the right people in the right way. And is there anything that any of our community leaders here want to input for our next engagement meeting on the 17th, or future actions for the next first Tuesday, or has what we covered today, does it seem like a good place for us to start?
Yeah, it's a good place.
Okay, and then one other thing is that if you remember our chant, if we could say it right now, it would really help. Okay. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Say what? I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. I am somebody. I am because we are.
I am because we are.
I am because we are. I am because we are. I am because we are. I am because we are.
I love it.
Thank you, please.
Thank you.
Please continue to work on things. And also, there is a whole, one of our community leaders, Cherie, asked us to get community resources for seniors and everything else. So I just wanted it to be on our video. I have actually followed through. We will be breaking it down into a binder by category.
Okay.
And then if those of you that are on the resource team would help to separate it, and then we can get phone calls, and then anyone who goes to these services, let us know how your experience is. That's the other part that we'll do in our on our third week meeting. Once again, for the record, the next meeting will be March 17th. 2020 at 2 o'clock to 3. Thank you, everybody, because again, this is about a gathering of great people together and then being able to move forward as community leaders and as empowered. Thank you, and everything that you do by being here makes us a stakeholder. If you reread the definition, it's about all of us. Anybody who has interest in your neighbor, your family, your community that's not here. We have what we need, we just are going to do it different and do it together. Thank you very much, and then we'll see each other in 2 weeks.